Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, those watching me, my fans. You're all welcome here. For those of you who doesn't know me, my name is Prince Madabuchenyi. Known here on the internet as Governor Ezioku. Now, I should have been very silent and quiet on this hour, but I embraced my pillow tonight and I can't sleep. The reason is this: I wanted to sleep, but what kept me awake is my name. The name Governor Ezioku couldn't let me sleep. And that's why I had to come this way this night. And to whom it may concern, I am not speaking that I may please anyone. I am only speaking that I may defend this name, Governor Ezioku, and the people's governor. First, I want to start by saying that I am of the opinion that the judicial system of this very sovereignty should be sold or privatized to the individuals who must have paid for it or not before now. Whether we like it or not, some group of persons may or might have paid the bride price of this judicial system. They've bought it as their own private properties. And as such, I am appealing to our people, to the entire nation, that the judicial system should be allocated to those people who bought it, who paid for it, because it is no longer the property of the common man. People choose their ways before the war. But hence the war is on. People say everything just to defend themselves. The East is silent and quiet. Videos being posted on the internet, but who will say a fresh word? The abnormality going on in the judiciary, if you're watching me or if you're joining me, help me share the video and equally hit the love and like button. As I'm talking, probably I may be adding broken and my dialects, of course, the oldest language in the whole world. And I must speak as an Igbo. I must speak as an African. Lastly, I must speak as a son and the extended generation of those ancestors, the great and wonderful brave men proceeding from my grandfathers, who stood, faced the heat of the civil era, because they paid for me, because they paid the price that my mom should stay alive and give birth to me, because they paid the price that my dad should stay alive and give birth to us. Therefore, in their behalf, I will not be quiet. There's an opportunity to say something, because when you see something, you say something. The abnormality we see in the judicial system today started from the moment politicians could privatize certain judgments or buy judgments. That's why today you see a lot of people bragging that even if their political parties, those whom are supposed to discipline them for playing anti-party rules against the party constitution and against the choice and decisions of the common man, they can gather even after becoming a governor or governors of their states. They are busy telling you that they are above the law, that they can buy justice. Today, let me look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what really happened at the courts. An accused or anyone facing trial has every right to lift up or to raise his or her hand before the court and demand that the judge, he or she has been bought over. Therefore, you have lost confidence in the judge. And as such, it is left for you, even in Igbo land. Somebody can say, I don't want my kinsmen to preside over this kind of issue or thereabouts. This is where they bring in their maternal home people, other extended villages, communities. They will come in and preside over it. In our God-given and written constitution of the Igbos, there are avenues for this. So we'll school you to this, that you may be able to learn. The law is one practice I love so much, even more than medicine, even though you must stay alive before you become a lawyer. I love this profession so much, but I'm telling you that the doubts of which rises in our hearts and minds on a daily basis poses as a question to us: is this the system we are going to swim into? How are we going to manage this particular system where the judge will see equity and justice and never abide by it? And I also understand that when a matter is already in court, you don't discuss it. But all the same, I know that there are no laws equally or punishment active presently for a judge who must have refused to wash off his or her hands from a particular existing case in the law courts. It is very, very painful and shameful that people cannot just wake up and stick to what is right. Men of dignity. The abnormality is started down deep, the point or at which, or the moment where some persons were made judges, sons, called to bar, when you don't even merit it. The dignity, the respect of rule of law does not even exist around you. Therefore, you are not qualified to even be a lawyer, not to talk of becoming a magistrate. Neither do you have the right or the respect to be honored as a judge. We keep messing ourselves up in this country. We keep messing ourselves up. We keep disgracing every sector. Let me ask, what is your personal interest? Before then, may I play and analyze the reactions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today in court?
He did something in my case, I refused him. He was conscious of issue. I asked him to do himself. Why?
So let us watch this.
Why did the chief judge insist and was right? He left my case. So you need to go and no, I cannot. Because I have a godfather. I have a godfather, you have released yourself. I have a godfather. Anybody who disagrees with this order of God, going to appeal God. That's what you tell me all the time. You are from disobedience. You cannot preside over this case number again. Not in this life. You cannot. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. And one over here cannot force this court to preside on my case. You cannot. Not today, not till forever. You are recused and you stand recused. Tell the chief judge, Nnamdi Kanu said, go on appeal. I recused him from my case. The state recused Justice Adema from my case. And the court insists Adema must hear my case. I never insisted. So why must you insist? To hear my case? I don't want to hear my case. I don't need you in my case. You are biased. You are biased if you cannot be in my case. And what wants to do the right thing? A chairman of one of Benjamin's constitution is impropriety. Nowhere in the world such nonsense law. You cannot be from nothing with lawyers, from nothing with justices, and you're proceeding a case. It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. Shameful. This is a court of law. This is a shrine to injustice. And I will not subject myself to it. If you stand accused and you must take my case, you cannot find me. I'm trying to apply for a legal trial of the defendant.
Now, in every rule or contempt of court, or as the law permits, once Nnamdi Kanu rises like this and says that you have no right to preside over his case, that he has no confidence in you as a judge, immediately you owe to wash off your hands from that case. Any judgment you give after this would be surely seen as a malice. I gave you contracts to please do justice between I and so person. The moment you try to privatize it, I have every right to say I don't need you again. So is your lawyer. If this is not obtainable in the law courts, why then is it that you can raise your hand in the court and say to the judge that your lawyer should wash off his hands here? He is sacked, and the case file or whatever level or process, that is why everything the lawyer has written, he has a file he comes to court with. Immediately you raise your hand as an accused person, Nnamdi Kanu has every right to sack his lawyers there. Are you getting what I'm saying? Cable load on cash. Can't suspend the after now. This guy has a done. Don't forget next time block. I think I've warned you before. So your lawyer hands over that particular case file to you. The same thing he wrote by himself, all the proceedings and thereabouts, so that when you hire a new lawyer, that one will not call the court back. That one will not be demanding that they should start the case afresh. For example, Barrister Ejiofor is no longer in the matter, but the other counsels, the other lawyers, they still continued. Once you raise your hand in the court and demand that your lawyer should be sacked, you don't need this lawyer again, the judge immediately, at your request and command, the judge, it is a place of equity and justice. The judge, the judge may ask you why. You say because he's charging you too much, or because he went at the back and collected some monies from your friends. In that court, the judge demands for that case file to be handed over to him or her. Immediately they bring it. The judge does not also have the right. I don't think the judge has any right to even open the case file. he hands it over to you or ask you, do you have any other lawyer here you want to hand over to? They will hand over that same case file to the new lawyer in that same court. The same goes to the judge. When the person facing trial makes a demand that the judge is not straightforward. Therefore, I have lost confidence in this particular judge. I don't want my case to be tried in your court. It is the right of the man or woman facing trial. You don't need to be a lawyer before you know all these things. Now, look at a national disgrace today.
My mother, this man is not paying attention. There is an order of recusal, and he's a senior advocate for goodness sake. There's an order of recusal. Is that not the rule of law? The law says if you disagree with this, you go and appeal. You are a grown-up man. Because of 300 million, you're behaving like a child. Go and appeal. Because of money. Because of money they're paying you from ATM office, you are here standing and smoking evil. Because of money. A grown-up man like you say you have to want to behave like a man of honor. The rule of law says you go and appeal. His Lordship Peter Yeke will not try my case. Not on this planet Earth, I'm telling you that now. So stop wasting your time.
Alright, hold on. A son in the house, a son in the courts. A son in the courts is quoting to overrule a son, a senior advocate of a federation, is trying to exhort the judge to overrule the process of the law. Now a judgment was given by the Supreme Court, of which says that Nnamdi Kanu was only adopted in Kenya and as such should be discharged and acquitted. The highest court of the land. How dare you, as a so-called senior advocate, to also demand that the man should continue facing trial? I can tell you for free that, do you know the reason why some persons accept to eat every nonsense is because of hunger? And not just hunger. See, even if you are hungry, at least you still have the opportunity to accord yourself some piece of respect. You still have the opportunity to at least think, what will you tell your children tomorrow? When you're supposed to have carryover in schools, having a carryover does not mean you are failing. It is just for you to repeat a class that you may be smart enough, intelligent enough to pass your exams, to be like others who moved ahead of you. Somebody graduated before you doesn't mean you are not doing well. At the end of the day, you find a way to bribe your steps, to bribe your head out of higher offices, maybe the admin's office and thereabouts, for you not to have carryover. At the end of the day, when you possibly becomes a lawyer, the loopholes of these your abnormalities keeps appearing anytime, any day. Therefore, I still believe that there are possibilities of you going about to hunt for counterfeit senior advocate. And once that position is being given to you, or they accord you that respect in the judiciary as a senior advocate, you begin to display some madness in the public. A son couldn't think like human. At least there are certain things, for crying out loud, when you want to say them, you think twice. And I also heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saying here that the sum of 300 million naira was paid to this particular senior advocate.
So that, as I said, the issue of the past, that the defendant has indicated that he will not make a formal application.
That's the son still talking.
I advise that the Lordship was the same day for hearing the Lord. This is an of court. An order of court says Justice Yako is refused to. An order of court. Now, the NJC, I mean the Nigerian Bar Association, should consider suspending this man as a son. The NBA, the Nigerian Bar Association, at least the chairman of NBAs in various states, should stand up and make a demand that this man should be suspended as a son. Then, if I believe there are bodies or organizations of which oversees the interest of the senior advocates, this man should have been suspended immediately. At least by the end of today, I expected them to appear in national TVs and say that they've suspended this man. This is my first time of seeing where somebody is talking to a son like this and saying maybe this man does not understand English. To his face. For going mad, for going this far, bringing yourself so low to defend this level of abnormality. Imagine somebody who is not a judge, somebody who is not a lawyer, somebody who is not even a court staff or a court bailiff, now schooling you. Let's hear this. As an order, the same Chief Justice writing the stupid memo he's writing. I accused him. He was office official. He sat on appeal. I took him to NJC. I accused him. Why did he not say I must go in the case? Why in the case of his lordship is he insisting? He wants to embarrass her. He wants to embarrass your lordship by asking her to come and stop this case. Is that what you're saying? That's an order of, give it to him. He doesn't have it. Give him an order of court. It's an order of court. Give it to him. He doesn't have it. And on the day he doesn't have it. It's an order of court. I take your permission. It's an order of court. I take your permission to address you. Let me tell the defendant that in every sinner is for wisdom. And wisdom is very important in this matter. Tell him right. It is not right for you to be insulting the teacher. If you insult yourself, I will insult you. If you have no respect for yourself, I will insult you. Because people are telling the law, when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, you turn the law upside down. The law says one thing. If the law says this paper is white, when I go to court, they say it's black. When I say it's black, they say it's white. Is that law? And as you are a single group of Nigeria, is that law? Is the memo from Chief Judge, is memo from Chief Judge sufficient to understand as a court order? The answer is no. Why do you want to change the law in my own case? His Lordship, Justice Yako, stand recused in my case. Cannot find me. Why don't you get it? Give me your certificate for fire so you can do your mathematics with always people without shame. I have here before me for the benefit of Chicago because it seems she doesn't know the law. So I will tell you, this is national judicial policy of this country. Please give them a copy each. National Judicial Policy of Nigeria. National Judicial Policy. I will tell you what it says. Because you don't know, I will tell you. Talking about member from the Chief Judge of the High Court. Judicial Policy of Nigeria. 1C. I'm reading. Liberty. In the performance of judicial functions, the judge is subject only to the law and must only consider the law. The rule of law in every common law jurisdiction in the world is that once an order of court is entered, the only way to set aside it is by going on appeal. That's the rule of law.
Yes.
So it's not okay, you don't know.
Yes.
I will go to see. A judge must not take or attempt to take orders or instructions of any kind from anyone.
Not even from his tribal traditional rulers. A judge is bound never to take any special order from anywhere, any place. Not even from his religious god. Not even from his or her husband. A judge is only subjected to the rule of law. What the law says. Then if this is the policy or the order of the National Judicial Council, why then will you proceed over a case that a judgment has already been given by another apex court without the same defendant going first for an appeal? It's just like somebody who did not attend primary one. Just after the person's nursery 1, nursery 2, all of a sudden you see that person in the higher institutions. Don't you, if you that went through the due process, will you be able to tolerate that person maneuvering the process and the system? Is that possible anywhere? Who on earth will accept that? That is why most of the times they ask you, who are your classmates? You sat for JAMB, right? You did this, you did that. Questions will be asked. Matriculations, your NYNC, certain processes, period papers of clearance and thereabouts. All of these things. In most cases, your attendance, your class attendance, is very, very important. So when people want to checkmate you, they go as far as going to go check your class attendance. You may count them to be nothing, but one day it may surface. So that's why you must be in class. You must attend lectures. Why do people see? Sometimes I wonder, because a lot of people will see nothing but the gospel truth and they will try to twist it somehow, all because of their selfish ignorance, and maybe they want to defend certain tribalism or thereabouts. But finally, gone are the days of those kind of blind proceedings. Blind. It's just that it is very, very difficult to harvest people or hover them out of where they are already. That is the most difficult job to do in African country. Yeah, I mean African continent. Now check the countries of Africa, the continent of Africa, which other country, even the Arab nations and thereabouts. How many countries are we getting this kind of reports from on the social media? How many countries are we getting this kind of abnormalities of judiciary from? Even Ghana here, even Niger, even Cameroon. No matter the crisis they are having there, they are having insecurity, terrorism and thereabouts. But the question is, are they having this kind? Even Uganda. Are we getting this kind of reports from the judicial system there. They respect that every citizens are close to lawyers. Do you know what it is? If you try any bullshit with any citizen or anybody who resides in America, especially the United States, they tell you you hear from a lawyer, and that's very simple. The respect is so high. So why are we trying to mess up every system? Why are we trying to jeopardize every cronies of the common man? I do not believe again that the judiciary is just the hope of the common man, because in this part of the world where they see tribunals, the same law you made, of course, we wake up one morning and you see somebody violating the same law, but because that person has paid something or that person has brought in somebody, no wonder people comes and brag on the internet that they have contacts. And I look at these people and laugh. The moment anybody tells you that he or she has contacts, look at that person. That person is cordially mad. Because you have one contact or you have one link to a judge or to a commissioner of police or to an ASP, that person was not actually born with that uniform. If you're a judge, they didn't give birth to you and you just appeared with that seat. A process of academics, education, certain policies, disciplines brought you to that level where you are. And at least, if not for anything, you should be able to respect those processes. Do you know it is very, very shameful that you, as an educated person, as a judge, as a lawyer, as a serving police officer, or as a soldier, an illiterate who just picked money from nowhere, ran into your conscience and start devouring everything. I don't understand. How do you feel when you look at people who tells you that they have money to deal with the poor, or they have money to deal with somebody because they felt that their teeth is no longer 32? They believe they have 100 teeth. They can even eat up generations. And they are coming to manipulate the standard that qualifies you whom you are. Take for example, there's a law passed in the Senate that the local government elections will be conducted. Should be conducted. And the president went as far as saying that allocations should go to each local government's account. This will help the local governments to curtail insecurity. Sorry. And the moment there are executive officers from each local government, they will be able to sponsor their local vigilantes. They would be able to sponsor certain local health centers and thereabout. Then the government at the federal level will have lesser responsibilities. The federal government and the state government can definitely face road construction and other heavy infrastructural projects. You must, if you want to fight insecurity, you must fight it from the grassroots. There are some communities today, if you call the police, they will not come there. They will tell you there are no roads to that place. And believe me, I don't need to blame them because there is no road to that place. So how do you expect them to come there? Places where if you're coming for an arrest and you are inside police van, due to the bad road alone, somebody on Okada will pass you and go back to the typical village and give them information that police is coming. So they can ambush even the police. Due to bad road. But where there are functional government, local government officers, executive chairman with his team, at least they can run grading of roads. They can grade most of these roads. If you are coming for an arrest, if you are coming to assist the local vigilantes and the authorities there in that local government, you coming from the state police command, who have a smooth road to go. You see police in the cities like this, you go and appreciate them. They look good, they look lively. Have you gone to checkmate the ones inside the typical villages? Sometimes they stay in police offices and barracks. I mean, police barracks. They pick cassavas there, because that's the only way they can feed. Let's assume a constable in the village is receiving 65,000 naira. From to travel from that typical village to the city, of which takes him about 6,000 to 7,000 naira going and coming back. Remove 7,000 naira from 65,000 naira and see his balance. He has only 58,000. Sorry, the network interrupted. He has only 58,000. Out of 58,000 naira, he goes back to the village. There are some T-ho boys he still need to give something, and then send money to his wife in his village. Begin to save the remaining one. Definitely buy a loaf of bread of 2,700 naira out of his salary. Now I want to ask you, police officer, you that some of us are even speaking for, if they give you command and say go and plot this person's life, won't you go? Because they want to add additional 1.5 million naira for you, and your house in the village is yet, it is by the grace of God you were able to mold at least 20 bags you molded last time. You will take the money and begin to propose injustice, support and promote it. Do you see how these things happens? There are local villages, to some extent hunger has pushed some persons. The officers in those local villages, they need to start stopping Okada, bike. If you say you've not seen this thing before, you are a liar. They need to stop asking Okada man, where is your particulars? Okada man, where is your driver's license? Okada man inside the typical Nkanu village, or Ebonyi Vunungobala. Police needs to stop Okada, ask them their particulars. Okada. Hey, you stop there. That goat you are carrying to market, who gave you that goat? How did you manage to train the goat? Police. Do you see how bad the economy has reduced the system? Nobody cares about that. Some youth won't even talk about it. Even if they talk, they are tired of saying things about it. Let me show you one madness that took place today in the law court. And I felt very, very bad, because people don't understand the meaning of the things they do. Now let me show you this thing and ask you very few questions here. I need you to answer me. Be very, very sincere and honest to yourself. Be here with me. I've seen things, so would this one stop them from planning evil against me? No, their way, they should. That's their normal system. I want you to watch this video. This is another video today. Just watch what happened here. In fact, let me explain. While Nnamdi Kanu was addressing the press here, guess what happened? It is one thing very many of you watch this video, but you never observe this thing. Do you know what happened? While he was addressing the press, they tried to distract him. That one didn't work. He was trying to make the word, at least the press should hear my voice, according to what took place or what happened in the court today. Watch. Do you know what happened? Suddenly, they went and offed the lights. His lawyers needed to put on their phone's torchlight. I want to ask you a question, but meanwhile, watch the video. Watch the shame.
Listen, this is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Bita Nyeko what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra by right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking. Sorry, sir.
Just watch.
I am an educated man. I can't show them the petition for the simple reason that if you show it,
what the judge said was that the case file was.
I don't recognize anything Bita said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako.
Just observe.
Is using her position.
Watch what will happen. Before I will analyze that part.
For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And
The moment he quoted this thing, watch.
They told them
Watch.
that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see.
They are trying to distract him. Watch what will happen.
Nobody wants it to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem.
Watch what will happen now.
I'm facing corruption charges. They set fire to my case so they can release or smoothing the pathway for the husband and the son. Who are they like? They are facing
Did you observe something? Now, let me tell you this thing. Who actually off this light? The people in that court as a whole. Both those putting on the security uniform and those court staffs, inclusive of the lawyers in that entire building. Nobody is above 60, 65 years. None is above 70 years. Put it that way. So all of them, they are still at their afternoon hours of this age. The last moment of a man to lay solid foundations for the next generation. The person who off this light now, who tries to prevent truth, is not above 40 years and is not less than 40 years. At your 40s, at your early 40s already, you are propelling and promoting evil. You are introducing darkness in your profession. If you're a security personnel, you are the one who off this light. Let me tell you one thing that will happen to you. After you must have finished serving the nation, your gratuity will not be paid to you. You will remember this day you off this light. Nemesis will start befalling you. It will be so shameful that after doing all this your rigmarole job, you do not have a house to lay your head at the old age. You give birth to children who will be smoking in Urumri, because the monies their parents gathered, of which through they paid their school fees, we are all ill monies. There are other laws you don't know. The laws of karma will befall you and your generation. On that day you will be crying and nobody will listen to you. Now let me to everyone watching me here. Hold on. To each and every one of you watching me right now, let me tell you one thing that will happen. If I leave this, if not for one thing, I would have shown you one chart. Between now till tomorrow morning, do you know one thing that will happen? People will start telling me from my own local government, from my own community, on WhatsApp is both phone calls. Some personalities who believe that I am supposed to come and win election one morning and become their errand boy, they will start telling me, why did you make this kind of video tonight? That this video will make the elites to work against your political career. What I'm telling you is nothing but the truth. This is what we see. In fact, close people whom I count as leaders, as role models, people I believe in, people that are even in power, they will start telling me, Ezioku, why did you analyze this video? Why did you do this? By next week, you will see people that will call me foolish local government chairman. You lost the election to a woman. I didn't lose any election to any woman. The woman never contested for any election. The position was rigged for her. Elections never held in Ngobala. The matter is in court. You know what they will do in court? If care is not taken, let me not insult them. If I tell you what the tribunal did, you will be like, is this a judge? These people made the law. They gave you this law. They are the ones that will still look for little mechanisms to defy the law. If una never deal with judiciary, I never start. This una, some of una say una want revolution, some of una go church, you pray, do fasting and all that. All of these things put together is not changing anything. You see the judiciary that even the policeman should be afraid of. The judiciary that even the politicians should fear. They are all busy making monies they don't even need, just to impress the generations they may not even see. This is the way this country is. Have you asked yourself, why is it that some persons on this internet space, they don't like Governor Ezioku? Take your time, shift from the goalpost a bit, go and look into, sometimes when referee blows the whistle and there are issues of complaint there, what does the referee do? The referee runs back to the screen to go watch exactly what happened there again. Sometimes they watch it 2 or 3 times to be very sure. Other last man and other referees, concerned referees, may also join him there. They will analyze that thing, so that the club or that footballer does not sue FIFA for producing such referee. I want you to take your time. Go back to your quiet place. Go and look into issues and ask yourself, why do I actually hate this Governor Ezioku? You hate me because you're stupid? You hate me because you don't have sense? And sometimes when I look at you, you don't reason the way I reason. I feel bad also, but I feel like slapping you. But of course I can't do that. I should be a gentleman. So I can't slap you. The best I need to do is to cancel you. Sometimes I'm going because definitely I am not a doctor. So I have noticed that you have some syndromes of madness in you, and I have no opportunity to catch you, chain you up, either fire you some shots of lagatine or relocate you to psychiatric. I don't have all those kind of capacities because I can't even see you real life. And if I see you, the Lord does not permit me or give me the chance to lagatine that your brain so that you'll be able to reason like human being. Because you're not seeing Olodo here now, idiot, Mugu, this and that is because I attached the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If I had removed these pictures, removed what happened today at the law court, and start talking this sense, people will not listen to me. Abnormality, injustice, inconsequential attitude has eaten up the minds of the youth and the people. They think they will get something because of the little stipends or peanuts you give to them today. Wait for them tomorrow. The same people who sold votes last election, are they not the ones complaining right now? Are they not the same people complaining? Do you know how many thugs that died recently? So a politician will pick his own children and hide them in Germany, Japan, UK. You don't know. You even know. Funny enough, you know. Then few days to the elections, he calls you and give you money. You know what they say across Ngobala local government, my own place? Some political leaders says that I do insult them, that I don't have respect for them. Oga, why will I respect you when you've gone to federal house and there's no road to your village? How will I respect you when you've been 3 times commissioner? You don't even have house in your own father's compound. I'm telling the current commissioner for lands now, land grabbing, commissioner for land grabbing in Ngobala, does not have house in his father's compound. And if not for one thing, I would have told you people that he's not from Ngobala. This is a stranger. So you want me to be afraid of this guy? You want me to fear this guy? When come my village, my community, they thief my papa land. They send to church. But if I talk, you get angry because you don't have sense. You think that the blood of Jesus will come from heaven to come and provide justice for you in this place? It's not possible. No use your own business, cause for my own. No use I cause for that of my own kindred. Right now, as me and you they talk, they don't collect all the land with them my kindred like this. He was the one going about telling the governor, land the day here, land the day here, land the day here. All because he wants to be appointed a commissioner, ordinary commissioner for lands. This man he has held that position before. He couldn't build a house. So even in Owerri where he stays, now in sister house in the stay. An average Ngobala man will look at me and tell me that I am insulting a leader. Who is a leader? This commissioner for lands. I have money more than him. I have a comfortable structure in the village more than him. I am more Ngobala more than him. My mother is from Untu. My father is from Untu. My father's maternal home is from Eziama. The same Ngobala. My mother's maternal home is from Untu. My grandfather, the maternal home is into the same Ngobala, the same community. My mother is from Untu. Her maternal home is into Arishambunwo Sabara. Abum, son of the soil. That was why when I took JPAC to Abudele, Ogakwoku in less than even no problem. Abum, son of the soil. Opu, the men of Wahomunum. I am his descendants. They were land, you know. That is where I came from. I'm a maybe a good ajugiri. I know the place. I'm a maybe my great grandfather. I'm a maybe Liria. No boy, I'm a maybe. That is where you overrunning today with your caterpillar. You are bringing your caterpillar to the grave of my ancestors. That is what this idiot is doing. And you tell me to shut up because of your church, because of one thing or the other. And I am one. Go, Oga. Okay, since you are taking our land now, or you are shift like this. Avoid Opulo. Opulo, ancient people. These are the people you tell me that are leaders of Ngopala. Bunch of idiots. If I want to start dealing with them, I know hotels where they sleep one after the other. If they try me, if they dare me. I know hotel where the state assembly member sleeps. Do you know what the disgruntled fool now, I'm a commissioner for land, says that Mpama? They will always complain to the police, complain to traditional rulers that I am insulting them. This magnitude Otozo opened his mouth and said that before Senator Hope Uzodinma emerged as governor of Imo State, that there was no governance in Imo State. Do you know what this guy is saying? Give them food. Once they are eating, ooh, they will be talking anyhow. These are people you want me to respect. He's a lawyer. A lawyer that does not have sense. These are the kinds of lawyers they qualified as son that Nnamdi Kanu was busy bombing today at the courts. You know what will kill me? The truth I say. This video, I channel had report why. The current federal house member has told more than 100 persons that I insult him. Oga, this man, before he won election, he came to my house in the village. That same my compound though. He came around 8 p.m. at night to come and solicit for votes. So if I don't get capacity, how was I able to organize 500,000 man march for you? I trained from Umuneke. I gathered a crowd of my own people who believes in me. From Umuneke, we marched with leg to Nkwala. Did you pay me? The day you came to my house, you gave the people you met there 100,000. I gave them another 100,000. That is 200. That's the only money you gave. The day I came out for solidarity march for you, of which I organized people from Umbishu, Muneke, and thereabout, we worked for you, marched out. Since then, have I asked you to give me anything? Am I amongst those people who call you on the phone and say, give me anything? You came to Ishinkpala. This is your federal house now. I ran for elections, so no place where I appear, I want to give money enough. Not be that your 200,000 where they squeeze. When you came to Ishinkpala, how much did you give? Federal house member. Not be 200,000 you give. Okoko, where people use pay transport from different places come. 200,000 naira, even if they share 100 naira. The crowd I put there, some people went home with 200 naira. Only. I didn't touch that money. I didn't take 1 naira. But you have the mouth, the audacity to tell people that I insult leaders. So nyara. Okoko. Ili migoneshi. In a federal house, you look like a retired native doctor. I don't know how we made this kind of mistake. And you still have the mind to say this and that. What good have you done? About any empowerment of 500,000. You can't, your complaint cannot stop me from telling you the same truth I tell you now. I'm going to talk until tomorrow morning. Don't worry. I see a man away for police. That's the highest you can do. The day I still leave that same cell and come out, the first person, anybody who arrests me, any day I still come out, the first person I will abuse is you. No, 35 minutes without owning the camera and insult the hell out of you that day. And of course, I've breathed people. I'm only holding them down. I say, don't respond until I am done. Hey, let me tell you one thing. If I die on the process of speaking the truth, I become a hero in my absence. If I die on the process of saying what is right, My generations will be remembered. This face will be everywhere. People will design my pictures where you may see me pose on the picture like this. Sometimes you see me like this. Sometimes you see me like this. Those pictures I was posting, many of them will start raining. Some of my pictures where tears will be gushing out of my eyes. Some of my videos where I was singing Obindi Ebina, Obindi Ebina, Obiamambi Ebina. Those musics, you see them raining. Ogadi Ebube. You see what happened on Mobile Zemamono? Ogadi like that times 1,000. Even my enemies will remember me. The consciousness of what we have said will be everywhere. Then these our pictures, they will remove our head. They will remove our clothes. Bring the pictures of our head. Put cap on it. This picture you see me put here with cap. Some people will go and print it and place it in their motorcycles, their banners, will become a symbol of truth. It will reign in generations. Only the painful. Only the painful. But let me tell you. The Bible looked at certain level and said that even to buy is gain. He knows. Some of these videos I am making now, they are so prophetic that you don't know the value right now. They are so wonderful and powerful. On a certain day, pictures of where we pose like this will be everywhere. Don't fuck with us. We don't care what happens, because we know we will reign. Then those pictures you see us pose and stick to what is right. People will look at it and they will have confidence. That Olilanya, you see us echo. Some people will be typing the Shanamites with our pictures. Some Ezioku, some Olilanya. Even those running for elections will come and begin to search for our pictures. They want to use it and tell the people, I will be like him. If you like, continue and those your dating abnormalities. Don't be saying sometimes they hard also. I know they reach you. Sometimes they difficult. Man. Maybe to fuel your car, pressure go there your head. To do this and that, pay bills, pressure go there. You go and sell property. You say no, you hold yourself back. Few days ago, somebody called me for phone. One land I bought around Ngobala also. I bought that land for about 11 million. I think 11 million naira then. Somebody called me, said the price am 15.5. Whether I go sell them, I say no. That's at the junction, close to Zion there. I say no. There's another one I bought about 5 point something there. That one is there. There are hotels around there. And somebody is pricing it about 8 million naira. They are telling me also. And that day I need money. I don't get 1 million naira. I don't even get even 500k. The person they tempt me. I say no, I owe myself. So sometimes, nobody say this life no day too smooth like this. If it's not hard, let me tell you, the best time, the best moment of my life is when I don't even have anything around me. You see me reading. If I make video that time and you see no be saga, you see 500 persons, 800 watching me. This life no balance. You see those intellectuals, no they listen to them, nothing they their head. Next year now, they go start campaign. Just by the end of this year now, they go start campaign now. One lawyer was busy lying to me in Abuja. Big lies. Collecting monies from me. Until I now changed. Behave as a wise man. He never knew that I understand the law. Some of them, I know the law past them. Forget camera. You go understand what they do. No only wig remain. He go come. We Gabi, he remain. Now waiting remain, he go come. And we are not coming to practice what others do. We're coming to stick to what is right. We'll be bold. All those lawyers, the way they fear, make judge no give you bench warrant. Now only we are citizens day. You go write for your motto, I'm a lawyer. Trouble is my occupation. But you cannot be bold to tell the judge, outside this thing, this one is wrong. Do you know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers today, they were the ones that are supposed to be even shouting, raising their voices according to this thing Nnamdi Kanu was doing today in the court? Let me give you one secret too. That's why I know they clap for them. Now they're supposed to do that thing. But in the fear me, they don't give them bench warrants. So they go ginger man, he say, are you supposed to do this thing? And of course, he's a better option. He's the better option. They ought to do it. So I'm only using him as an example. Most lawyers, what they need to do, some of them no go do that bold. They go stand there, they go convict their clients. Stick to what is right. Your eye go there, money. Oh shit. What is the difference between you and the boogie? Stick to what is right. Persuade and push for it. You know, go do it. There are many lawyers like this across this country. If you get case with somebody, they go back, collect money, give certain loopholes, you go to jail or you lose that case. Now you Sabio, very few of them still have that prestige and dignity for themselves. Not before Lagos, one lawyer for first tag. One lawyer upturn will claim person house. Now the sickness is they both Christianity, religion, if food there now. Every sectors. All those civil society organizations, where they go appeal, say, people they die from my village, give us money, we'll go buy them palliatives, you give them money, they use and go buy SUV, they begin to cruise up and down. Are you not supposed to be complaining tomorrow against this judge who has refused to wash off her hands from this case? Are you not, you as a civil society organization? Nah, forget that. Now the same civil society organization go carry this video, go show police, he say he make video, he want incitement, this and that. Incitement. What are you inciting? There is no, you can never beat a child and expect that child not to cry. This is the way it is. People here, many people in this part of the world, they are king olodos. They don't even have sense. The only value they have is if you touch their lips, they tell you I went to school. You went to school, then what is your credibility outside that your certificate? Can you even defend it by character? Unetodube civilian no. The likes of Mama Gaddafi of Libya, that time he was young. Ojidego Ubegi. Or the likes of General Sonny Abacha, the only wrong there will not be Buego. Tokwesili Jideno ba a jeep ano. Menewa. Consider during the military era and today. You still see that the military was even better. The military was even better. Go to my local government now. Allocation has been coming since that day, that elections. They held the kangaroo election till now. Till today. Since September till today, calculate it, Oga. 300 million naira till today. Do you know how many billions they are supposed to be making? At least the roads in Ngobala, the roads are supposed to be breathing very, very well right now. The woman is busy drinking tea, sleeping in her house with her pad. On a tobacco, the guy told one hotel or he would check room, and the youths are very, very comfortable with it. You that is even from another local government, you are even praising her, she's comfortable with her lipstick. Ego with young day with her. And actually, if you will eyelashes a cananya and then one year, food, what they call Gary here. These are fools. I was talking to the councillors, those people who ran for councillorships under our party. Then I was telling them, if you are running back to that woman, you're a fool. If she's calling meeting and you're going there, you're a fool. They will tell, if you tell them the truth, they say you are abusing them. These are fools. Can't 1 idiots up and down. parading themselves as, if you look at them, they say they are leader. Go and check anywhere they come to meeting in Ngobala. I'm using my own place as an example. Anywhere you see all these political leaders gathered in Ngobala, the same face I've been seeing since 1997. All of them, they to even allow a small person to join them. These are a bunch of animals. And what on them double? Jadon, this your commissioners, SAs, Mandekajere State House before Nangobala. And when they come and they can come to village. In the city here, value when how we were these are disgruntled men. I want you to the person no State House Nangobala. Ule look can arusi so well Orocha be one duplex, one small kangaroo upstairs oroga. As at last 2 weeks, can a fee gate to gate. Ordinary gate of 1.something million naira. Can a fee now. These are Napo leaders. If you hear him talking with big tummy, oversized tummy, look at 50 liters. Onya, good night, I beg. You will go.